Grapple Dog is a 2D platformer developed by Medallion Games and published by Super Rare Games. The story of this game is very simple. Pablo, our main protagonist, tries to help out a little robot named Null, who wants his head on his robot body again. Once Pablo does this, his real intentions show as he plans to destroy the world. But Pablo and his friends plan on stopping Null from doing so, and Pablo can't do it all without his grappling hook. Starting with the positives, Grapple Dog is a very simple game. You must go from point A to point B to finish the level, and during each level, you'll have to use your grappling hook to swing across gaps and to get somewhere higher. Each level is pretty open, and you'll want to explore each level to collect purple gems. Sort of like Mario 64, you'll need to find these purple gems to progress from world to world. Each level has 7 gems, 5 in the level, and depending on how many fruit you pick up, you'll get either 1 or 2. Also, there are bonus stages that you can unlock to get some more purple gems. Each level is fairly unique, and I really like this game's difficulty progression. At first, I was thinking to myself that this wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy, but as you progress through the game, it does get harder and the challenge does increase. This game also has some pretty fun boss fights. I really liked most of them. My favorite one being the dragon fight because I thought that one was the toughest and the most fun, and it really utilized the grappling hook to its fullest advantage because you have to swing on the thing's scales and not get hit by a saw blade, and then you have to hit its eye. I thought that fight was just really fun. Another positive I have is just how charming this game is. I love the dialogue between the characters when they sit down and chat. Pablo is a little brave dog that is determined to save the world no matter what, but he can't do it by himself. So his friends, Tony the rabbit and Professor the turkey, and every now and then you'll come across a goat who will help you out if you give him a carrot. Even the dialogue between Pablo and Null can be pretty funny and charming at times, even if Null is trying to kill you. Speaking of Null, I really thought he was a solid villain, and I really appreciate that they gave him some really good motivations and backstories as to why he's doing the things he's doing. Another charming aspect of this game is its art style. I love the cartoon look this game has. It almost reminds me of something out of the 2010s Cartoon Network era. The colors are vibrant, and even when the game gets a little dark visually, it's still pretty dang cool. The music is pretty nice. I love the Hub World song when you travel from level to level, and some of the level music is pretty nice. However, the biggest problem I have with it is that it's going to be repeating over and over again, depending on which level you're on, so you might hear the same song like 7 times, and that can get kind of annoying. Moving over to my negatives, this game requires you to look around for purple gems, and that's all fine and good, but unfortunately this game does have a one-way checkpoint system, meaning that if you get a checkpoint, most of the time you're not going to be able to go back to get some gems that you missed. So you are going to have to replay the level over and over again until you get all the gems, which is kind of annoying. Now, to be fair, all you need is 190 gems to beat the game. There's 300 gems in total, so you don't need to get every single gem, but if you are someone who does want to get all the gems, you will have to play levels multiple times. While the controls for this game are rather fine, my biggest issue is with the jumping. It's not bad, but you are a little floaty, and I wish there was some more weight to when you are jumping around, especially when you're trying to swing and jump, and sometimes you'll hit your target, which is usually just a platform, but most of the time you will probably slip and fall into the lava or spikes or whatever and die, and that gets annoying. By the way, you have only 4 health points for each level, and if you lose all 4, you gotta go all the way back to the checkpoint, which is nice. So I appreciate that it doesn't kick me all the way back to the beginning of the level. Overall though, I still really enjoyed Grapple Dog. I thought it was a really fun 2D platformer that really reminded me of Super Mario Bros. Mixed with Bionic Commando. And if you like any of those games, you'll probably really like Grapple Dog. And for me personally, I'm looking forward to checking out the sequel, because I really do think that there's some franchise potential with this game, and if they can improve on the sequel, I think that there really will be franchise potential. So yeah, looking forward to checking out the sequel to Grapple Dog. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have played Grapple Dog, and I will see you next time. Big thanks to Hanks Retro, Nasty Canasty, Nightcaps and Nostalgia, Ash the Man, Miasma Senpai, and Warp8 for supporting me on Patreon. You guys are awesome.